I've lived in Richmond practically my whole life. I was born in San Francisco and moved out here when I was 6 years young, practically my whole life. I was at an age where I didn't really I really didn't mind the move, I guess, because I really can't remember it. I went to Lincoln Elementary. Back then, when the creek behind the school had frogs to catch, where when you got in trouble, you had to stand against the portable walls, and pogs and slammers occupied more real estate in my backpack than take-home packets Miss Peters gave me. I had my first fist fight at Lincoln. I really can't remember who against or who ended up winning, but I'm sure we were cool by next recess. I met lifelong friends there. Red Roberson, Ricky Coleman, Eric Vasquez, Wade, Naila, Hera, Lalo, and the list goes on and on. Shout out to my brother Lalo. Hold Amelia tight, make sure she watches Steel J. If you grew up playing soccer, chances are that you probably know me. Not necessarily because I was popular like that, but because back then the soccer community was tight. We all knew each other. I met more lifelong friends there too. Camaron, JD, Lil D, Lil G, rest in peace, Jaime, Emo, Feli, and that list goes on and on. But special shout out to the original Richmond Toros. Y'all know we're family. I went to Helms and then Kennedy, where I began to feel the pressure of inclusion arise. I'm sure you all did as well during those growing times, but I blossomed at Kennedy in almost a literal sense. I went from three Adidas sweaters year round, one pair of shoes for both my freshman and sophomore year, and it wasn't because I was clothes deprived. I just didn't care about the way I looked at those years. But something clicked in me, and that all changed. And my cousin Tony was there to guide me and help me through that phase. Thank you, bro. If you're a class of '05, then you most likely had the one and only Nicholas Salabrici throughout your 4 years there. Still until this day, the best teacher I've ever had. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have started or finished college. You were just that cool to me, dude, and you didn't even know it. I fell in love for the first time and had my heart broken for the first time at Kennedy. Luckily, I've still managed to keep a great friendship with her. What up, Cole? You know it's all love, and my family still loves you. Richmond was summer day water balloon fights. Richmond was walking to the corner store to buy those sour strips they put in that brown bag with the tongs. Richmond was scraped knees and getting whooped for tearing up your jeans. Richmond was dollar fries at Murder Burger. Richmond was pronouncing Foucault, just like that. Richmond was freshman year eating Red Baron pizzas before they switched it up to those whack baked potato chips. Richmond was Florida Jalisco. Richmond was playing in that frog playground in the center of Hilltop Mall. And if you want to go way back, Richmond is watching a movie at Hilltop Mall. Not the one in Pinot. Richmond Mall had an actual theater. Richmond is diversity. Richmond is minorities. Richmond is tough. Richmond is a no shit fly zone. Richmond is a part of me. And it's not a matter of whether I like it or not. I'm proud of being from here, as you all shall. Should be proud of being from where you're from, I meant. Welcome to the FOF podcast. Gio's not here. Marcos is stepping in. Marcos, hit that intro.
Wow, I'm not gonna lie, that was a great intro, John. Man, that needs to go viral. I was reminiscing and having flashbacks just listening to all the stuff you were talking about. And man, like Lincoln, I went to Nistra. I'm a Nistram Eagle, but I'm not gonna hold that against you. We can still be friends. It's all right. Man, but you got memory like an elephant. All those names you remember. I recognize a couple of them. Tony, Eric. Gotta say what's up to my peoples. But man, that was a real deal intro. By the way, this is Anselmo speaking. Yep. I went to school with John at Kennedy. We're fellow Eagles. So, man, I'm happy to be here. Let's get this thing going.
Hi, everybody. My name is Diana. Yeah, I echo Anselmo definitely. It was a strong intro, and I feel like it's a good sample of, a lot of the people that live in Richmond.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I remember building dirt bike ramps right next to Lincoln Elementary before it really got turned into the Richmond Greenway. Man, it's a lot of work that's been done right there. It's beautiful now. Shout out all the organizations that really helped that whole area right there get developed. And there's a lot of new developments going on right there. Pogo Park, shout out Pogo Park. They actually got a huge grant awarded, and they're really going to develop that area right there next to Harbor Way. So there's exciting things happening in Richmond, and especially along that Greenway. Hearing John talk about Lincoln, even though I'm an Eastern Eagle, I can still appreciate that.
Eastern Eagle. Well, I went to Chavez. I don't know. I don't even know what they are. I think they're a bird, maybe.
I worked at Chavez, and I can't remember. Hope they don't hold it against me.
Yeah. But that kind of, when he touched on the topic of soccer, that kind of just took me back to a conversation I had over the weekend with someone from Pittsburgh. And he was saying, someone's from Pittsburgh if you walk into their house and you see pictures of them in their like baseball uniforms. And he was making a point and saying, in Richmond, you're in a Richmond house when you walk in and there's someone in their soccer uniform, like their soccer jersey. So yeah,
well,
it's almost true, like all the time. Pretty much if you grew up in Richmond and you're like a male, you've at least dabbled in soccer somewhat,
I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one because to be honest, I grew up in Richmond through and through, and I did not play soccer. And
You're an outlier.
I definitely am. And, I think it really, really had a lot to do with my early days, even at Nystrom. You either chose to play soccer or play basketball and football. And I was more of a basketball guy. And one thing that really separated me is I didn't speak Spanish. And so a lot of the times I felt awkward, or a lot of the soccer community, if I didn't speak Spanish, it was like, hold on, who is this guy? So I was cool with everybody, but I just definitely had something a magnet pulled me over to basketball, and I fell in love with the game, and the rest is history.
All right, y'all. This is how you know it's live. I had to struggle to get me on camera over here. But we got it on and cracking. All right, man. I was supposed to start this off by saying I want to give a special shout out to Don Watts. He did the intro for the beat. So for anything production related, please shoot him an email at donwatts@hotmail.com. And I want to thank Marcos for taking the time to get us that footage for the intro. Thank you for your time. This is the first episode, as Anselmo said, very first one. How you feeling, Anselmo?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, man. I'm excited to be here.
Good. So I want to start this very first episode off with high hopes that everybody finds themselves, their family and friends, loved ones, pets, plants. I know Diana's a plant person, and all of the above, well and healthy. This is the FOF podcast. We abbreviated it, but it stands for Our Future. It's something that moving forward, the nonprofit organization has taken on as a project, and I have gladly, and I am very grateful to be part of this. As briefly shown, that handsome devil, once again, I'm introducing him because he deserves to get introduced twice as Anselmo.
Man, I'm really happy, and I'm glad you reached out to me during this whole pandemic. Moving forward, really jumped into the whole social media game kind of again, even though we've been doing social media and trying to highlight our projects even before the pandemic. We were kind of forced to, since a lot of our projects had to be put on hold, from the community cleanups, the life skills workshops, and what have you. We had to put a hold on it or figure out a way to make it happen virtually. So things like community cleanups, you can't really do that virtually, but things like life skills workshops and stuff like that, you could try and make it happen. I'm all for that person-to-person interaction. I think that's what makes it special. You build those relationships. but we gotta make do. You know.
We do. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And this is a step forward, I think, towards that direction. And then also, Anselmo, great introduction, buddy. Appreciate that. Like he said, man, we went to Kennedy. We are Kennedy Eagles, representing class of 05. Or this way, whichever way it is. I still think it's the coolest way to throw up your class, by the way.
I'm a Deanza Don. I'm class of 11.
Deanza, my sister got kicked out of Deanza.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, she got expelled.
Gangster.
Yeah.
She got expelled from Deanza. She's
a rebel.
She's something else. I want to say, leave it as that. All right, but today we keep it light, ladies and gentlemen. Today we talk about Richmond. We are all from Richmond, and boy, is it a unique place. So let's get down into some stories. While I was writing that monologue, Anselmo, man, I found myself smiling a lot. I found myself thinking about just a bunch of good, fond, and fun memories. Some crazy, some just fun. So I was driving down the old memory lane, and then I started to think about all the people, you know, and wishing them well during these hard times, these crazy times.
Yeah.
There was so much I had typed in that monologue, but I kept it short because I didn't want to make it so subjective. Myself, I grew up in central Richmond in times where you would see a lot more kids out and about. When I mentioned tearing my pants in my monologue, I was specifically talking about the overpass on Marina, right? Back in the day, it was a dirt trail. Wait, let's be real. It was more like a rock trail, right? And we used to ride our bikes there. And me and Selma, we were just talking about bikes and this issue that's going on with a local bike company or store that we might get into. But so we back then, right over that overpass was a big hill. Right at the bottom of that hill was a smaller hill, so that kind of worked as a ramp, right? And my cousins and I, we used to jump off that and straight BMX style. And man, thinking about it, I'm not sure how we got away without breaking any bones. Everybody, you know, tore some jeans up and stuff, but nothing major. It was super fun, you know. And these stories and stuff, we want you guys to comment and interact. Let us know, you know, some of your stories and stuff if you guys can. If you guys want, we'll talk about it, throw back some memories. But Selmo, you grew up around the central area?
Yeah. You know, I grew up in between Chancellor and Bissell. You know, I'm right there, right down the street from you. Right there. Rocks throw away.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, growing up, I was just thinking like a lot of people got a negative perspective of Richmond sometimes, and they say, "Oh, you're from Richmond?" Like it's unbelievable. Like, how are you from Richmond? Almost, I get that vibe sometimes when I tell people I'm from there. And well, especially now, if I tell someone I'm from Richmond, they think like maybe I'm a transplant. Like, I couldn't really be from Richmond. You know, like I can't really be from there like that.
And like you're some kind of mythical dragon or something.
That's how I feel sometimes. It's kind of crazy, right? It's like, just because, you know, I guess I carry myself in a way is respectable and stuff, and people automatically think I'm not supposed to. Like that's Richmond. Right, right. A lot of people have a negative stereotype about it, and I don't think, you know, I'm not one for stereotypes in the first place, but I really think that people have this crazy idea that Richmond is like some crazy dangerous place, but it's not that for me. And it sounded like for you, we both got really great memories growing up in Richmond.
Yeah, I think, you know, I just think that it's not for the lighthearted. So when people hear, especially if they're not from here, but you know what, the Bay, man, honestly, it's all kind of the same, you know. But if you tell people like from Marin and stuff like that, they'll give you that sort of that snidey look, like, oh, you know, let me pat you down and see if you're packing anything, you know. Yeah. But you know, but here's a double-edged sword when it comes to that, though. There's times where I use that to my advantage. You know, like, all right, you really feel like talking to me like that? The Richmond will come out real quick. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I throw it out there. You know, throw it that quick little jab. Like, you know how jabs usually just to measure space. You know, so throw that little jab real quick. Yeah, back up off me, back up. But then for the most part, though, I do get that vibe, and it's I don't know, man. I don't get it. Was it that bad out here? I don't feel like it was.
I feel like it depends on what part you come from, but I don't know. What people don't really understand is that there's good parts of Richmond, and then there's like really dangerous parts of Richmond. So like growing up, for example, I was born and raised in Central, so like 23rd Gaynor area.
No go.
So that area wasn't bad at all, because it was like filled with businesses, and it was just like all my family was there, and so it was just like, if anything, just like a really secure, safe area where I got to play with a bunch of kids on the street. Like I'd go over my neighbor's house. It was just very like, it was fine and flowy. But if someone's from I don't know, like the Marin area or like the Berkeley area, they're like, oh, Richmond, oh shit, like it's ghetto, or whatever. But it really wasn't. I didn't experience it. I think the worst thing that ever happened was probably my house, got broken into before, but that's it. Well, not house, but like the cars,
Mm-hmm.
and in my dad's shed. But other than that, it was just like, it was petty. Like no one ever tried to hurt us or any. We were fortunate in that way, So I don't know. I feel like it really depends on people's experiences, because I've heard people, if they grew up like in 1st, 2nd, 3rd Street, they didn't have like the same experience. Like they would say, oh man, no, it was really bad, at times.
My idea, what I really think is that when you grow up in it, you don't even realize it till you grow up. You get a little older and you're like, hold on. Oh, that wasn't really right. That stuff that happened back when I was younger, like, hold on. That's not supposed to happen. But growing up, that's just normal. And so that's kind of how I felt I grew up. And so when it's normal, that's just how things are. And you're able to enjoy life and have a good time. But a lot of that stuff just goes over your head as a kid, some of the crazy things that take place. But yeah, man, don't let the shiny shoes fool you is what I tell people sometimes, because the Richmond could come out real quick. Go to 0 to Richmond in like 60 seconds. And I don't like to do that very often, but when it does happen, it's ugly. Don't bring that side out of me.
It can be convenient sometimes.
It doesn't look, I like that, I try to be measured and composed and do my best to speak well and be proper, but sometimes people like to test it. So
yeah. I mean, it's a very thin line. All right, guys, not a thin line, but no, it's a very thin line that people can cross, I think. And man, I think that's what we're here for, though, right? To change things a little bit, to hopefully get to a point where, because just like you said, I've seen some stuff too that seems normal, but it really isn't. It shouldn't be, at least, So hopefully I think our overall goal here, or at least our concept here, is to be able to grow something to be able to help out the Richmond community, and I hope that people participate and watch and sort of get behind us so that we can get this thing on and popping. So I have this little segment for you guys, okay? Diana and Anselmo's views aren't necessarily mine. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay.
All right, cool. So it's a little segment I called Lifelong Debates.
Let's go.
Self-explanatory, kinda.
Okay.
You'll get it. All right. These are all personal opinions and views of Diana and Anselmo. So I don't want people like Raymond Chapman getting mad at me because somebody said that Filiburger is better than Murder Burger. All right. Which leads me to my first question.
Yeah.
Let's see. You guys, I want you guys to also join us in chat when it comes to this too, to let us know what y'all think. All right. So far, I don't see anybody hitting up the chat. What's wrong with y'all? Hit it up. All right, cool. So, first question. Frosty King, also known as Murder Burger, especially, I'm talking about specifically the one on Harbor Way, or Filiburger?
Filiburger.
No, I'm gonna have to go with Frosty King. Frosty King, Murder Burger.
I thought Diana was gonna go with Filiburger. Just shoot off the quick too. Like didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you ever tried Murder Burger before?
No.
See, that's the thing.
But Filiburger, that's just like so classic, It's been there forever for a reason.
Murder Burger's been there since.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what's been there longer.
That's true. We should go ask.
That's a good question. I don't know that answer.
For a while, though.
Somebody search it up.
Who you going with, Summer?
I gotta go with Frosty King, man.
Yeah.
I'm a Nystrom alumni. You know,
Right across the street.
that's right across the street. So that was the place to go.
Yeah, me and my boy E used to go there for the dollar fries, man. Dollar
Yep.
fries, and he lived right across the corner too. So, and I'm right there, man. So I'm gonna have to side with Murder Burger as well.
Gotcha.
So,
That's easy. That's a no-brainer right there. It's easy.
I got a few that I think are no brainers, like this one, Florida Jalisco, or any other taco truck in Richmond.
Florida Jalisco.
Man, I got.
Is there a debate?
Yeah, no. Let's hold up. Wait. No. You know, I don't want to talk bad on nobody, man. But I got another taco truck that won my heart. We're gonna go with La Raza on 22nd Street. That's the spot to go.
That's not bad.
Hold on,
That's
wait.
not bad. It's the best. Jalisco, you know, they
like
used to hold it
Jalisco.
down for me. They were my favorite for a long time, but I got to give it to La Raza.
Where's that at?
It's on
Which one?
22nd down the one-way street,
Down the one-way street.
right off of McDonald. They have a market on the corner, and right in the back of it, it's not necessarily
right.
a truck, but it's like a little corner hole in the wall.
So it's literally parallel to Florida Jalisco.
Yep.
Okay,
You don't got to go too far. Check it out next time.
I've seen it. I've seen it before.
It's
No,
good.
but so I've been to both these places, right?
Uh-huh.
I will say that Flor doesn't have like the best horchata, like the best drinks or whatever, but they have the best tacos, hands down.
Nope.
I'm not a burrito
never
person, so I don't know. I don't ever eat burritos, so maybe this place has like better burritos, but Flor, they have better sauces, better tacos. I don't even like tripa for shit. I don't like tripa. But there, I'm like, okay, they're good, you know? So
Not even close.
Yo, Anselmo gave a do it.
Not
do
even
that shake.
close. I got a
Do that
list.
shake
I got a top 10 list that I could distribute to you
Vicious
guys. If you want a taco list, best tacos, you know, I'm a taco connoisseur, so I got this like the back of my hand. You know, there used to be a spot, well, it's still there. Primo's, I would go there. They had the Taco Tuesday $1 tacos. That was my spot for a minute. But La Raza, man, that's the best. That's it.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna just. I don't even like that one way. Like I don't like driving into that market. You know what I'm saying? I find that a hassle.
yeah.
And now they
I
have the
hate that.
construction going on.
Man.
So it's a double negative. And I'm loyal to my Florida Jalisco.
Hey, look, try it out one time and get back to me, and then let's talk.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. It's not the same. It used to be a lot better. Like,
I could agree with you on that.
Yo, Marcos is like, yeah. Marcos, what you think? Florida Jalisco?
yeah.
All right, man. You are boated off the boat. So
It's all right. You know, I'm not afraid to stand out. You know, that's how it is sometimes.
yeah. So next question here. So I mean, what is the best spot to eat in Richmond? Like, what's your go-to? Give me your next day hangover spot. Never fails you. Never, you know, it's never gonna do you wrong. You know the people. You walk in, they probably know your order. Like, you know what? Give me a go.
That's hard because that's not my go-to place. Like if I'm just like really craving something, isn't in Richmond.
Where is it?
It's in Berkeley.
In Berkeley?
Yeah.
What's it? What's it?
I
What's
love
it called?
Sweet Greens. Have you been there?
Sweet Greens?
Yeah.
No,
Sweet
I
Greens.
haven't.
Oh, it's really good.
Sounds like
That's
I
my
need to-
go-to place. I love Sweet Greens. But like in Richmond, my go-to spot,
Mhm.
it's probably Flawed. Honestly,
Yeah?
yeah, it's probably Flawed.
Is Sweet Greens vegetarian?
No, you can. It's the name is misleading. You can get anything you want there, but everything's just really good. It's really fresh.
Yeah,
I like it. It's good. It don't make me feel guilty. I love it. Love it.
The reason why I'm asking, I'm gonna put this out there. I've been vegetarian for about 2 months now.
Wow. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so
It's-
maybe you shouldn't go to La Raza then, because I was trying to steer you there to go for the steak.
It wouldn't be.
And if you try that, then you're going to be going right back off the wagon or on the wagon, whatever you're supposed to say.
I don't know what it is, man. It's off of something.
They have a lot of good vegan options though. Like they have it because you know how traditionally salads suck. Like who really likes salads? No
Yeah.
one likes salads except for probably Lady or something, you know. But other than that, like no one really likes salads. But their salads are actually really good. They're actually filling. They put like a bunch of stuff in it. You have to try it. Get specifically the Harvest Bowl. It's so good.
Harvest Bowl.
Harvest Bowl, but then what you could do is put tofu and mushrooms instead of chicken. Mm-hmm.
Protein.
I've had a Harvest Bowl, not from Simply Greens, but other places, other restaurants I've been to have their version of the Harvest Bowl. It's a good meal.
Try it. Lady will love it.
I like mine with some grilled chicken on the top though. But
Yeah.
just saying, for the meat eaters, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all, man. You know, I'm doing this just as a challenge to myself. You know,
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna go back to eating up them cows and what's not.
I've flirted with the idea of eating vegetarian. I mean, there are benefits to it, you know, environmental and what have you. But that steak, that chicken,
Yeah.
I need my protein, guys.
I know.
I'm not there yet. It's all right.
It's tough, man. But you do build a little bit of fertility, I would say, after a few weeks, especially after 2 months. I don't crave it as much. But yeah, it's still definitely, there. The hunger.
What about you guys? Go-to spots.
A go-to spot, man. I've completely. Before this, it was Golden Star Cafe. It'll always be Golden Star Cafe to me. It's not gonna be. They changed the name. It's not gonna be Joy Cafe. None of that shit.
Wait, where is that at?
That's
Joy?
on the corner of Marina and McDonald. Marina and McDonald. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're from Central Richmond, It's right across the street from BK. All right.
I know where it's at.
Golden Star Cafe. All right. We see the comments coming in. We'll get to it, Marcos. You got to read those out in a bit. But Golden Star Cafe, they did switch ownership too. Don't think we didn't notice.
Yeah.
I think we didn't notice. They switched ownership. So my boy doesn't work there anymore.
I know that spot.
Cool spot. It was.
I know exactly where you're talking about. I haven't been there in years.
Yeah.
But I know that spot. But my go-to spot, I already shared it, man, and Tacos La Raza, man. And let me tell you what, if I say their name again, they're going to have to sponsor the show or something because I've been giving them a glowing endorsement. Shout out Tacos La Raza one more time.
We're gonna visit you for some kind of sponsorship. Damn it. But all right, here's a tough one. Here's one that was tough for me because I have childhood memories with one of them, but then I also have very great food experiences with the other. Both have great food. This is a pizza joint. Americanas or Finas? Have you guys ever tasted Finas?
Yes.
Okay.
The place that was right behind McDonald's, right?
I think is it still there?
Is it still there?
It
I
might
haven't
not.
been there in years, but that place is just such a vivid memory to me because that was like my madrina's go-to place to order. Always Finas. My mom was like the round table queen, and then my madrina was like the Finas queen. So then whenever I'd go over to my madrina's, she loved to order pizza, and Finas was always I don't know. So I like Finas way more than Americanos. Is it Americanos?
Americanas, yeah.
Americanas? Yeah, that place. That was a place. Americanas was a place by Nations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing I liked about Americanas is they had the menu for days. You could get a burrito, you could get a slice of pizza, but when it came to pizza in my neighborhood, the place we went to was San Francisco pizza. And that was it. San Francisco pizza. You get the pizza and a soda, and it was something crazy like $2.50.
Something real crazy.
I don't remember what it is, but I know it was something real cost efficient, and they kept that price point for a while because I remember I was going there regularly, and man, they knew me in there. I met some friends in there. You know, that's how it is. Once I go to a place, they know me. It's like that. I met people at restaurants because like the employees, because
you know, loyal to that.
I'm a creature of habit. So I keep going back.
We used to call that whole, you know what? It's a plaza, obviously, right? I don't know what the plaza is called till this day. I've been living here basically my whole life. We used to call that little place the Fusco Projects. So you had San Francisco Pizza. Back in the day, you had Players Outlet. I'm sure you remember Players Outlet.
Yeah, Players.
You had Hollywood Video.
Oh yeah, Hollywood. That didn't last that long.
I returned about 10% of what I rented.
My mom probably got some Hollywood videos still stashed away.
VHS Hollywood video cases. All right, man. So we got a few little La Santa Torta. Where's that at? Has anybody heard where that?
I think it's a taco truck, isn't it?
Oh, here's a good one.
I seen it yesterday because me and my dad went to Costco. No, 2 days ago we went to Costco, and they have a little truck in right by Costco in Richmond.
Yeah.
But I never tried it.
I think they have the birria tacos. Those are all the rage right now.
Oh,
Social media, makes them look so delicious when they put that camera on all the juice and grease that's flowing off the side, and you got the little dip with the sauce. It's good. I'm not gonna lie. That's good. I've had some.
You had it before? We got R.I.P. La Hacienda Grill, across the street from Kaiser.
Yeah.
What happened to that spot, man? I remember I used to go there for menudo.
I think they got priced out.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big spot too, so I'm pretty sure it cost a good, pretty penny.
I never been there.
You had never been there before?
Right across from the post office, right across from Kaiser. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got.
There's a couple other spots that I could think of off the top of my head. You got Portamex.
Oh,
that's
wow,
a legendary spot right there.
Portamex.
Yep.
That's so true. My mom's old business was right next door to Portamex. So she had a beauty salon on 23rd before she moved over to El Sobrante. And so, I just remember like weekends when I would, help count money and be like the little cashier. This was during high school and a little bit of middle school. That would be my go-to spot, like for my lunch break, just because it was steps away from the salon. So I actually really like that place. The food isn't, it's good. Never mind.
They actually made a small donation to moving forward before.
Okay. They're amazing.
They made a small donation. They helped us out a little bit with one of our events, so we do appreciate that. Yeah. And another business. This is an El Sobrante business, but that's the leftover Richmond, right? Basically. So, man. So, Caliente on what is that? San Pablo Dam.
They have good ass pupusas there.
Yeah,
one of my best friends in high school, she was a waiter there. They do like their pupusas for sure.
They hooked us up a little bit back in the days. Moving forward was just get it going. They gave us some gift certificates and stuff to raffle off. So yeah, support them. Most definitely.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys know I am Salvadoran, so I am a pupusa expert. But what's funny, man? I think that most Salvadorans will agree with me when I say that for the most part, we usually don't go out to buy pupusas. We usually have somebody in our family that makes them, and we grow up eating them, so we get used to that. And it's very, at least this is my opinion, obviously, but I've actually heard this from a few different Salvadorians that there's just different variations of cheeses, different variations of ingredients that they throw in there, maybe a little bit too much salt, but you get so accustomed to it that every other pupusa is pretty much bad. You know what I'm saying? It ain't it. So it's that's when you ask Salvadoran, if they eat pupusas or if they want to, they'll say yeah, kind of hesitantly. I think they'll be like, yeah, I guess I'm hungry, But that's just.
Do you agree with El Tazumal? Because I've heard this from a couple Salvadorians that are from Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Collectively, they say that El Tazumal is the best place for pupusas. What do you think?
Out here. Definitely out here. So I'm talking about, East Bay. I've gone to places in Oakland. I've gone to places in Berkeley, I believe, or Berkeley, Albany area. But the next best place to get pupusas would be in San Francisco. You have to go all the way out there.
That's a mission.
That's a mission, right? So it's not just going out there to get something to eat real quick. You traffic, toll, so.
That's the one thing that I could appreciate, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers right now can, is that the pandemic has brought traffic down. And so I do appreciate that. It kind of started picking up, but it's still better than it was before. That's the one thing that I am not looking forward to ever going back to being normal or whatever normal once was.
I know, right? Is it ever going to be normal again?
That's the question everyone wants to know. It's $1 million question, right? But the traffic, they could have that. I'm good.
Yeah, that can stay.
Yeah.
But nah, man. A lot of beautiful memories, like I mentioned. There's a lot of things that just aren't here anymore. Like I said, Hollywood Video Players Outlet.
Oh man, let's talk about Players Outlet real quick.
Best white tees. Best white tees, I'm telling you.
Players Outlet had the best white tees. They had the Dickies for days, every color. Yeah. Man, they actually had some Nikes and Reeboks in there sometimes,
Yeah, back in the day they used to have Forces.
Yeah.
They had forces back in the day, man. I was talking to my cousin Tony. Shout out cousin Tony. I'm not sure what you're doing. Probably watching one of your million kids. You got 3. We're talking mess. But now we were talking about how, you know, it was a one-stop shop. You know, get your earrings, get your white tees. You have forces there sometimes. They carried New Era New Era hats for a little bit. You know, not the cool ones, the funky ones that were, you know, my Giants hat was red and blue for some reason. They had off color colors for teams.
Yep.
But no, it was a cool spot, man. We were talking about Hilltop too. How back then
Hilltop.
It was cracking. Now it's a ghost town.
Players Outlet. Not only could you get your outfit, you could get your pager service hooked up. And I don't know, you might be aged out of this one.
Yeah.
But you can get your pager and beepers situated. Make sure that you can see all your calls. Make sure it was connected.
You can get the belt with your initial on it, and then you can go outside and get robbed. So,
man, Players Outlet. That's taking it back.
Players Outlet was the spot, man.
Before it turned into the Gen X.
That's
what it was. Okay, it'll always be Players
That's what I
Outlet.
remember.
Yeah. Players was the original. That's the original.
I didn't know it was Players Outlets before. I only knew it as Gen X, and that's because my grandma lived in like the Bissell area.
Yeah.
So then, me and my cousins, when we would go to Fusco shopping with her, we'd just pass by there and we see like the baby fat and whatever all those like the apple bottoms, and we just look through like, oh man, we want to buy everything. It's so funny.
And they used to have the baby fat mannequins posted outside the store.
So I remember it as Gen X. I never knew it as Players.
The baby fat velour suits.
Velour suits in general. Hey, but look, you mentioned Hilltop Mall, and earlier in the intro, you mentioned the little frogs and all the little center thing where all people took their kids and just let them run around and go crazy. Man, now you can't even get close to nobody now. It's like you got to keep your distance. But back in those days, all the kids, it was a free-for-all. Jumping over all those little frogs and tulips.
Yeah, the tulips. Yeah, they had that frog with the tongue sticking out, and you had to balance yourself all the way through.
Uh-huh.
That used to be it, man.
Man, Hilltop Mall is a ghost town now, though.
That's what it is. I used to run around all over that place with just socks.
Man.
My mom used to be hot because they used to steal people's kids' shoes back in the day, too. So
I still remember catching the 74 bus. You catch a 74 bus, head up to Hilltop Mall, catch a $1 movie. Man, I don't know about the $1 movies. And then go around, head to one of the 20,000 Foot Lockers that they had inside of there.
They did. Yeah.
Get your fresh kicks. They had Kids Foot Locker, regular Foot Locker, another Foot Locker, and probably like a ladies Foot Locker, and then a Champs, which is basically Foot Locker.
Yeah.
And I used to be in there buying all the kicks or trying to look at them, drooling over the next pair.
And then you walk into Sheiks and be like, yo, y'all got that in size 7? Yeah. Give me a second. No, but we got them down at the Sheiks downstairs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tell them to hold it. Tell them to hold the size 7.
Man.
All white Air Forces, mids. Gio over here talking about what was the closeout things from Players Outlet. Hell no, it wasn't authentic in Players Outlet.
Not you know what? I really think they did have a couple of authentic items. The authentic stuff was probably skyrocketed price wise, and then they had the Renegade. Yeah. You could rock the Renegade, the silver and black jersey with the 00 on there and Richmond on the back. What you guys know about that? Woo!
Man, I just went to Hilltop Mall actually, not thinking about it. Got me a sweater. Y'all better go to Hilltop Mall now. Everything's on sale.
Man, Macy's. Are they open?
Yeah, they're open.
During the pandemic?
Oh, they were open a week ago. Probably less than a week ago.
Yeah, man, things were starting to look like they were going to start opening up, and then this whole pandemic started to get crazy. That's why, you see we got our masks ready.
We got the masks and the sanitizer in here. Yeah, we definitely want to remind you guys to keep safe and stuff.
Nah, don't do that. I'm just kidding, y'all. Don't do that.
But we're trying to keep everybody safe out here. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, guess what happened today, guys?
Tell me about it.
Guess what happened? Give me a second. Let me go to my notes. All right, so I looked up important things that happened on July 1st. All right. Something very important happened. At least I think so. Missy Elliott was born July 1st. I didn't bother to look at the year. Yeah. But Missy Elliott, one of the best female rappers.
Yeah, I like Missy.
Yeah.
She was a trendsetter.
Yeah, I mean the reason why I kind of jotted that down why it caught my attention is because growing up she was one of the hottest. I think she had that weird sort of cool, unique style. You know,
She had the video where they was wearing them garbage bags. I remember that.
Yep, garbage bags. But before that though, Puff Daddy and Mace did it though.
You know, that was a
More
style.
money, more problems.
Garbage bags.
It was crazy. They used to spend bank on videos that day, but they used to make bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They used to be all on TRL. Countdown.
Yeah, now you could just make your own video on your iPhone.
You could. Yeah.
Make it happen.
You know, luckily for us, we got Marcos to hit up our videos.
Yeah, shout out Marcos.
Shout out Marcos. Marcos is manning the board today, stepping in like a champ, just stepping in for the win.
And if you saw the intro video, then you saw the few shots from Richmond. You saw the City Hall on there. You saw the underpass over there on McDonald as you go over to towards 23rd Street. You saw a few little glimpses of real Richmond in there. So shout out Marco for taking a little tour and showing you guys around.
Yes. Let's see what else we got here. They want to cheer for us. Let's cheer for moving forward.
What else
Thank you
happened
very much.
July 1st?
Oh, let's see what else. Man, all right. So most of the stuff that that I looked up, the historical facts of today were all war related. Like there was an insane amount of bombing, like all over the place. I guess I picked one of them, but it really doesn't. You know, it's not really relatable to us. But let's see. England started their ban on smoking on July 1st of 2007. So they banned smoking inside buildings in 2007. When did we?
They were late then because, man, smoking cancer is bad. So, man, that's way back.
Yeah.
I think the U.S. like canceled all that like in the 70s. I think.
Really?
I want to say so. I mean, inside buildings and stuff.
Nah, I think it was in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in the 90s.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Google it. Somebody Google it. One of the viewers Google it right
Marcus,
now for
look
us.
that up.
But
Either way, they're pretty late.
I
But they have
do
a
that.
big smoking culture, though.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they call the cigarette something else out there.
What is that?
Starts with
Starts with an F and ends with an ag, and it's the truth though. I mean, that's what.
they do.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But you know what else happened today? Today is Bobby Bonilla Day. You guys know who that is?
No.
Is it Millie Vanilla?
No. That's the baseball
Millie
player
Vanilli.
from the Mets who the franchise wanted to get him out of his contract, and so every year he gets this. I think it's like almost $2 million as part of his contract, and he hasn't played baseball in maybe 10 years. I don't know, maybe even longer, but he's still getting those checks. But man, that leads me to even think about too, like the baseball players that's come out of Richmond, real legends. You guys know about Willie McGee?
Of course, you know about Willie McGee. I'm a Giants fan.
So he came over to Nystrom one time and signed a post-it for me.
You said what?
Willie McGee came to Nystrom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if he actually went to Nystrom or he was just visiting some of the schools in Richmond because he's from Richmond. He came and signed a Post-it. He didn't have anything. I didn't have a card. It was unplanned as far as I know. He just popped up. I was just a student. Maybe it was planned, but they didn't have anything other than a Post-it for him to sign. So I got a little Post-it. You know, I held on to that for a long time.
Man, I don't even think if I was in elementary school and somebody came to Lincoln, I don't think I'd be too. I mean, I was in my own little world when I was a kid, you know. I think I'd be too young to really just be like, oh, Willie McGee's coming. You know, I used to go to. I mean, I have been going to Giants games since I was a little kid, and I knew about baseball players, but it wouldn't have been such a.
Man, that was crazy for me. I was like, wow, Willie McGee's here. I mean, you know, I had a whole little baseball card collection. So I knew about the baseball players and stuff. I had an older brother who I would like take all of his cards and steal them and stuff like that.
So
Don't tell him.
So you were that kind of brother, huh?
I was that little brother, man. That's how I was growing up. But I just got the stat right here. 1997 is when Bill Clinton banned smoking in most federal workplaces with an executive order. Yeah, so that's 1997. So you were a little closer than I was.
Yeah, I knew it was in the 90s because I remember vividly like being old enough to be like, you know, like around that time, around the age of me being able to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or getting close to being able to smoke. Wait, take it back. Having thoughts, you know what I'm saying? You know, you do dumb shit. You know, you smoke, you drink before you supposed to, you smoke before you supposed to, and shit like that. So, I remember it was around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember me and one of my friends, who I'm not gonna put him on blast, but we were like maybe in second grade, and we like stole a cigarette, smoking a cigarette, like.
Yeah.
Like, that's not for us. Why do they do that? That's terrible.
You know, I'm gonna put my sister on the spot. Hopefully, she's watching. My sister specifically, you know, because I want the right one to get in trouble. Erica, my older sister, we were was she cutting school, or I don't know what happened exactly, but I was sitting in the trunk of the car, right? It was my sister, my cousin, and I think a friend or something, and me and my younger sister were in the trunk. It was a hatchback, so you weren't locked in the trunk, you know what I'm saying? But they were smoking, and my sister leans back. She was like, "You want to try it?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right." Tried it. First and last time I ever tried smoking.
She did you a big favor then.
Exactly. So thank you, and Mom. You know who did it first?
How old were you, and how old was she?
I don't know. She was in high school. I was at Helms. I know that for a fact. I was at Helms Cougars. They remodeled that spot up, huh? Looks real nice. So Deanna went to DA. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah, you know, I passed by that place now, and it looks so good. It looks all remodeled, just beautiful, right? But when I was going there, it was all like just tore up. It was just so crusty. And I remember too, I was like in the art building, and we could only use the building for like half a day because they were clearing it of asbestos or something, which I don't even know if they should be.
Damn.
I don't even know if they should be doing that, but yeah, like they only left it open for half the day or something crazy like that. But I went there right when it was in the middle of construction, so that kind of sucked. I think the only thing that was renovated was a field, but then they stopped construction for a few years. Everyone was in portables, and then like the very next year, they just like ramped up construction. 2 years later, like this beautiful school was built.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, same thing happened because I went to CC for a little bit, and so yeah, it was in the middle of the construction too, and now it looks super nice.
Yeah, and Nystrom, by the way, looks super nice. Yeah, when I went there, it was a little rundown. They had that cafeteria, multi-purpose room that was really old. It wasn't part of the original building, but they knocked and got rid of that. But they really remodeled everything. It looks really good now. I did a little walkthrough because not only did I go to Nystrom and attend Nystrom as a student, I also worked there as an adult for a number of years. So shout out the staff right there. They're still there, still rocking, holding it down. But man, for kindergarten, I actually went to Grant, and then I begged my mom to let me go to Nystrom. It was closer, and growing up, we used to walk. We didn't have a car, so we walked, and that was a long walk, and I didn't like to walk way over there. I was spoiled like a little kid. And so I didn't want to walk to Grant. And in Nystrom, I had a couple friends from the neighborhood because obviously it was a closer school. So they went to Nystrom. And I ended up going to Nystrom for first grade. And that's after that, I was an Eagle.
What do you mean you were Eagle? Oh, you were Adams?
Nystrom's the Eagle. Adams is that's a Falcon. And then Kennedy's the Eagle. Oh, okay. So I'm a bird. So bird.
You've been of the avian species for the whole time. No, I went Lincoln. Lincoln was lions. The Lincoln Lions. We had lion paws. So you used to stack up lion paws if you did. They give you lion paws if you did good. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not sure if it's every month or every sort of semester. They have a little fair. We used to take the lion paws and buy pencils.
A little
sharpeners. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember sharpeners? Mm-hmm. Remember the ones that used to sit on a table? You used to crank it.
Mm-hmm. So you see, at Nystrom we had Eagle Bucks, and we also had Blue Ribbon students. So then you get to go and buy stuff with the Eagle Bucks, little like sharpeners and erasers and pencils. And then you also, if you had the Blue Ribbon Student Award, then you got to go and have like a movie day on a Friday at the end of the afternoon. They put the projector on, and you probably watch like Lion King or one of those old Disney movies.
Yeah.
And if it was really a good day, then you probably got some popcorn to go with it. And so, man, that was the best. People were really looking forward to that.
Yeah, we had that too. We had movie night, but we had ice cream. We didn't have popcorn. We had ice cream. So I used to sugar us up and then let it loose on the parents.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah. So, man, like I was saying, hopefully, we're keeping it light today. By no means is it going to be light every day, all the time. We will tackle a lot of more serious issues. But today we just wanted to introduce you guys. We wanted to work out the kinks. In the beginning of the show, as you guys saw, I was having trouble with one of my cameras, so I had to switch the whole other camera up and come back this way and get that on and cracking. But we will promise to be to work continuously on the show to get it structured. We want your input as much. We want as much input as you guys can possibly give us. We want to make this as much your show as our show. I think that's what we're gearing for. But before, so we're gonna start wrapping up pretty soon. But before we do that, I want to give a huge shout out to La Sagrada Familia. That's giving us the space right here for us to get this on and going. And si se necesita un lugar para darle gracias a Dios los domingos, tienen La Sagrada Familia en 600 South 16th Street in Richmond, y la misa comienza a las 11. Contacts and information will be in the description below. You can also contact me on Instagram at the J Channel, and that's all I have. I don't have Twitter. I don't have, what else? Facebook. All I have is Instagram. That's enough for me. So Selma, what do we have coming up? I know we have something during my birthday weekend, which is in August.
Yeah, but you must be talking about the We Run Richmond 5K. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure you sign up. It's going to take place August 9th. And don't worry, it's going to be virtual, so you can run wherever you're at. But the money does go to a really good cause. We have a whole scholarship committee that helps vet and pick the best young leaders from Richmond and give them some money to work towards a higher education. It's much needed, and it's all community driven, community oriented. We work hard to raise the money, and we need you guys to help support so that we could give them a little bit more and hand out a few more scholarships. Our goal is $10,000 raised. We want to be able to provide at least 10 students with a scholarship, and so help us out. Sign up. Links in the bio. Moving Forward 510 on Instagram, Moving Forward on Facebook. You could find us. You could go to our website, movingforward510.org, and register there. Their special group pricing. So if you get a little group together, put a little challenge and get your family or your coworkers motivated to sign up and participate. If it's safe, maybe you could participate as a small group together. If it's not, then you all could just motivate each other to sign up and run. But either way, we want you guys out there. You can post your pictures. You could send us your times so we can know who won and we can see who had the biggest group participating. And we're going to give you guys shout outs for all that stuff. So if you already signed up, man, we want to say huge thanks to you. We appreciate that. And yeah, let's keep getting people signed up.
And listen, we are just getting started with this. I wanted to do this live to let you guys know, let Anselmo and Diana and Lady, Marcos, Gio, everybody involved with Moving Forward, that they are going to have my full backing. It is my birthday weekend, so I completely intend to have some kind of birthday something, whether it be virtual, but there's something going to go on. I promise you guys that I'll think of something. I haven't done anything for my birthday in a long time.
It's time.
Anyway.
It's time.
All right. I'm turning 33. So y'all know that after a certain age, you really just don't do nothing much. So, but this year we're going to make it just a bit special. So I will be letting you guys know as soon as I figure that out. But I promise it's going to be fun. And I mean, come on now. If y'all have ever hung out with me before, y'all know that shit goes down.
Yeah, that's
Shit
that
happens.
Jose Canseco number.
What?
Double 33.
Oh, so you got 8.
Patrick Ewing.
So he's an A's fan.
Hey, look, one other thing I wanted to mention. Go A's. But if you haven't completed your census 2020, make sure you do so. That's very important. There's a ton of reasons why, but one that I would like to mention is that up to $20,000 gets allocated for the county for having that person living in that county. And if you don't finish your census, or if the count is off, then that's $20,000 per person over the course of 10 years that the county won't get. And then, of course, that money won't get allocated towards resources that are much needed, especially for our vulnerable populations in the inner cities and whatnot. So please make sure you complete the Census 2020. And if you need any help completing it or have questions or concerns, you could reach out to Moving Forward. You could reach out to me directly. Please do that.
Diana, do we have anything, an update for the scholarship program or anything?
So far, we selected 5 scholarship recipients to be awarded. The amounts have vary from $1,500 to $1,000 to even $500, but we're relying on signups for the 5K and a few more sponsorships to add on to that scholarship. We have a backup reserve of students that of scholars we're intending to give scholarship money. So just keep that in mind. All of the proceeds, if you do sign up for this race, the Moving Forward 5K race, it goes to them. You know, these are amazing students, some from Berkeley, from Stanford, from San Francisco State, from like going to
Go Gators.
Yeah, Howard. Like there's students from all over that really need support, and you know they haven't had the best year. Some of them are going through more financial hardship than ever. So if you're not even up to doing the 5K, even donating here or there, or even helping volunteering wise, that really means the world to the organization. So yeah, please keep that in mind. Visit Moving Forward 510 Instagram page, and you can find a link there.
Yeah, just so people know too, just to piggyback off that, Diana, myself, Lady, Moving Forward, everyone with Moving Forward, we volunteer our time for this project because it's important for us, and we hope that it's even a half as important for you. And get involved, whether it's volunteering, donating, sharing our page so that someone else can know about it and maybe they'll donate. Every little bit really does help. I want to shout out a couple of businesses really quick. Las Montañas, they've really been holding it down for us, helping us out tremendously over the years. So I can't even do anything like this without shouting them out. And then Toltec Construction, they've actually really helped us out a bunch. Victor, the owner of that business, actually helped start and found Moving Forward. And so, man, that's somebody who we got to make sure we support. Toltec Construction, check them out. And man, of course, the viewers, everybody tuning in right now, we really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to listen to us. We hope that you enjoyed the show, and let us know some feedback. Let us know what we could do better. Let us know what you want to hear about, because I'm all about getting better and better. And this is just the beginning.
Exactly. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to get deeper. We're going to get maybe a little bit more serious. We're going to say a few things that hopefully sparks interest. So we're going to do our research. We're going to do our due diligence to give you guys the best show that we possibly can. I can promise you that. But with that being said, we achieved our 1 hour mark. We did a lot of mock shows before, and we were blowing it out the water like 2 to 3 hours. Sorry.
Easy.
So I really wanted to concentrate on an hour. And so like Anselmo said, thank you everybody for tuning in. There will be more viewers. We really only had about a week to get this on and cracking. So along with work and stuff like that, we just did our best for today. So hopefully they like what they saw today.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now, and I can see like people said they signed up already. Lupe, shout out Lupe, always supporting, man, and everyone else who tuned in. Giselle, Gio, man, I appreciate you guys. I saw some La Salsa. I'm gonna have to go check out La Salsa by Food Skill, by the way. I saw that in the comments.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's an all right spot. That's a cool spot. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the FOF podcast. Marcos, take us out.